Hello everyone, it's Jennifer, and thank you for joining me today. It has been a minute since I have been able to record have some good quality lighting for you guys. I did a couple lives and my light was going out and I didn't realize it. I had this amazing overhead light, the ring light that held my phone in place so that I could record and see what I was doing while I was recording. And it started fading out during the couple of lives, and I didn't realize that it was fading out even before that. I had a couple of videos that I had recorded prior to, and just looking when I was watching them to edit them, it was just, the lighting was so bad, and I don't want to put anything out there for you guys if it's not going to be good, if it's not going to be a good viewing experience for you. So I'm coming back today. I have a new overhead light. I spent a lot of time doing a lot of research because it is a good investment, and I ended up with one that I'm okay with. It's not the same as my old one, and so there's a little bit of adjusting. So I've done even a couple more videos, and I'm hoping that this one turns out okay and it makes the cut. So it is, like I said, quite different, and the light is a lot higher than normal. Usually it's right there where my phone is. So my phone is right here and the light is right outside of it. This one here, it's probably about a 6-inch difference from the phone to the light. And yeah, so I just, and I'd only been using that other light for 4 months, but that was the one. So the company contacted me and said, hey, we're sorry that it stopped working. And I had done a review. And when I do reviews, I wait a little bit. So I'll do an initial review and then do another review later. And the company came back the following day, and it wasn't a horrendous review. It was, I use this often. The light is on probably 16 hours a day. And after 4 months, it started going out, and it was labeled as LED. And my husband said, no, it shouldn't, you should be good. So the company reached out and said, hey, we are so sorry for your experience, and we would like to either refund you the money or provide you with an improved version of what you had originally purchased. I don't feel right taking a full refund. I had been using it for 4 months and I appreciated that. So I did say, you know what, I would go ahead and take a replacement, and then I can provide another review. So I'm looking forward to getting that and seeing if, because for the lives that I do, the light is right at my face, and so it won't work. But okay, on to different things. So we had made, when I did my unboxing of the Potomac beads, the Roaring 2020s Treasure Edition box, subscription box, I had made a bracelet, and I am so in love with this bracelet that I want to come back and make a necklace to match it, or maybe even a pair of earrings, something, right? So I want to do that. Also, I want to use these gorgeous, gorgeous square beads. And for this one here, it's just going to be a very simplistic, very, very simple. I might just attach maybe 3 to a chain and have it be on the side. I'm not sure yet, but in the meantime, for a necklace, I want to make something that kind of matches this. And so we'll see if we'll bring back these beads into the project. But I did bring out some of the briolets. I love briolets in necklaces because they kind of stick out. They add a little bit of more, they add texture. I did bring in some of the seed beads. I love seed beads for spacers, and they just add so much to a project. I'm going to bring in some of those flat rondelles that we used in this project here, as well as some of these other faceted rounds and that gorgeous check mix. So we're going to be pulling some beads from that. Again, I have no idea what it's going to look like. It's just going to be probably just a smorgasbord of everything put together. If I get into the project and I don't see where this piece could coincide with this one, I will save these and do something a little different with that. So I know what these are, so we'll go ahead and get these out just a little bit. Okay. Then we will go ahead and get out some of these. I'm thinking maybe 6. Maybe we'll do 3 on each side, because then what I could do is I could use these for a bracelet. Then let's go ahead and just get some of this out here. Wow. Oh, I love those. Those just might stay forever somewhere else in my stash, hoarded and never used. And you guys hear me say that every once in a while. You're like, why won't you use them? Are they not good? No, they're so good that I don't want to use them. And so, yeah, so that's always kind of fun. You know, I really like these too. And I like these in just a piece all on their own. And you know what I have is, let's go ahead and see if I can grab some more of those. Okay, well, I'm going to take a totally different direction than what I was planning. Okay, those guys are going off to the side. And this one too. Look how pretty that is. All right, so let's see how many of these we have. Because then if we have a nice odd number, look at that. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 10, which, okay, that's all right. But I was kind of looking for an odd number. So we'll take one away and keep one off to the side. So yeah, I'm totally going in a different direction than what I thought I was for this one, because I want to get this piece done. All right, so let's go ahead. And I'm just thinking of a nice short necklace and maybe adding some seed beads. Again, this is totally different direction than what I thought I was going. This is a bonus. You guys get the bonus project before the real project. And I don't think I'm going to go up all the way on the seed beads. I might. We'll just see. And so let's get you just a little bit closer. So hold on tight. Okay, so we're getting you in a little bit closer. And I'm feeling like I want some of these little beads in between too. Look at those. Those are so pretty. I'm feeling like maybe, I don't want to get too dark though. I don't want to get too dark with it. So, oh, these are cool. Oh, those are cool. Okay, so that'll be something else. All right, let's maybe, we've got these little tiny, I love these. These have like a little matte finish. Let's go ahead and bring in those in between. Let's see if we have enough to go in between. We should. There's a lot in here. This is an incredible mix. And Potomac Beads they've had a few boxes with mixes, and they are just amazing. And what you guys can do is, if you don't use them all in the projects that you're working in, you could very easily save them and build up your stash. So let's just maybe put one on each side. Then we have these other beads here too. Let's see how many of these we have, because then maybe we can put one in between. Okay, this is what I do just to go through and see what I have and what I can use and make sure that we have enough to make something work. And okay, here's another one. Oh, perfect. So we have enough for that. Okay, then what else do we have? I am kind of going darker in there, aren't I? Oh, these are so pretty. Those are going off to the side. They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. Chunkamunks there. Because then I was looking at some tiny beads as well, but I don't know. I think that'll keep it in the forefront. And what I'm going to do is put, because you'll see that there's like a little bit of a dip. There's a little bit of groove there. And these going up against that might not work completely. So I want to keep the seed beads out. Again, seed beads are amazing for all of your spacing needs when you need a little bit of a spacer. Oh, this one's just so pretty. I think I just got one of those. Okay. Oh, here's another chunkamunk. We'll have to see how many chunkamunks we have, because we might be able to make a really pretty piece and maybe incorporate these too. I can't remember where the hole was on these. I'll have to go back and look at the video because it was in a unique place. All right, so let's go ahead. I do have a couple of pieces of wire that I can probably use this one. And this is actually their beading cord. And they gave us some in a bead box. And then this bead box, let's see, what was our cord in this one? Because sometimes there's cord and sometimes there's just other little things. So we have dragon thread in this box. So if you want to see this box in its entirety, please check the link below and you can see exactly what I used. All right, or what came in the box. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab, oh, those are pretty too. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of those. Move them out of the way a little bit. And now let's go ahead and start. We will start threading here. And I'm just going to put 3 on, then go here, and then put another one on. And then go here. Put another one on. And this is simple stringing technique. And I am just adding seed beads in between just to add a little bit of contrast with all the colors. This baby blue seed bead mix is just seed beads are amazing. How many times have I said amazing so far? Okay. Oh, I like that. I love having those blue seed bead mixes. Oh, there was one box that we had a bead stopper. I'm going to go find that. I'll be right back. So one of the months, it was for the winter box, they included a bead stopper. So again, you get all these little neat little trinkets in your subscription. Now, what is the treasure box? It's a subscription box, and it is monthly, and you can subscribe monthly, or you can, there's different levels of subscriptions. So you can do an annual subscription. That annual subscription is where you're going to get the best bang for your buck, where it's going to be $29.99 a month. And the monthly subscription is $39.99 a month. Then in between, there is a quarterly option that is $34.99 a month. So be sure to check out, use the link in the description and go check out their subscriptions, as well as I have multiple boxes, reveals in the description below as well for the unboxings that I have done over this last year. And I am so impressed with this box, and I have friends that have also subscribed and really do love this box. So please just go over and check out some of the past videos and check out and see if that's something you want. I really love this. This is really pretty. I actually would love to see maybe some, I think so we also had chain in another box. We had chain in another box, and that I used that right away. So the chain is gone, but I have some chain in my stash that I'm going to use and to finish that off. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing a seed bead, and then one of the little saucer beads, then a seed bead, and then one of the chunkier ones, then another seed bead, and then I'm continuing with that pattern. I love the black mat in between because the seed beads are shiny and the bead in the middle is shiny, and I feel like the mat from the drops as well as those little saucer beads just really add to this. So this is completely different than what I was wanting to do, and I am not upset about it. I'm really happy about it. And I'm wanting this to be maybe maybe 16, 18 inch necklace. I don't want it to hang down as a long draping necklace. I want it to be right around the neck. And then just make sure that you're getting the right coating color on the side that you're using. And we're just going to continue. Now, some of the fun things about being a subscriber to Potomac Beads is that you will get subscriber only access to either new products that Potomac has available, or you get early access, like an early bird access. And that is fun. I know when I get an early bird sneak peek at something, I feel so special, and I really appreciate when companies will do that, like Potomac. And on top of that, Potomac does have several videos. They have an incredible YouTube channel with incredible tutorials. So I will put a link in the description to them as well, so that you can go over and check their videos out. And some incredible, amazing pieces. My pieces are so simplistic compared to the incredible things that they put out. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. Also, what Potomac does is they have 10 golden tickets, and they randomly select 5 boxes from the treasure edition and add a golden ticket. You have the golden ticket, you get goodies, extra goodies from Potomac. Now, where do the other 5 go? I'm glad you asked. There is not only this treasure edition that you get 10 to 20 premium products, as well as you get those little goodies like what I showed you with the bead stopper and with the threads and beading cord, but you also get and so you get to design on your own. And Potomac will also release videos of what to do with your beads that you got, right? So then also too, on top of that, they have a kit edition. So say you're not into designing on your own, or you might not want to follow what someone else is doing because maybe you don't have the beading wire, or maybe you have components that the designer doesn't have, which I try to use everything from the box. And if I'm not, like I'm going to use some chain, that chain is going to be something that's readily available. Okay. So there's also a kit edition, and the kit edition is a little bit more money per month. So it would be $49.99 per month annually. And when I say per month annually, it breaks down to being $49.99 a month, but you pay annually. Then the quarterly is $54.99, and for the monthly, the month by month that you pay, it's $59.99. But you get 2 to 3 premium kits, and you get the kits, and what comes with the kits are patterns and everything you need. Everything you need to make that project. With here, you're going to be bringing in some of your own. You're going to be bringing in maybe some of your own stringing material. Like me, this is from a box, but I'm running out, so I'm not going to have any after this. So in future videos, I'm going to be using my own stringing wire. You might need to bring in your own ear wires. I know a lot of times they will have ear wires. This month they have posts. They have posts. And I think actually I want to do something with those posts with these now that I'm thinking about it. And so there's just different pieces that you might have to add with the box. With the kit edition, you're going to get everything that you are everything that you need to make the project. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some silver chain. I'm going to get some wire guardians and some crimps and a clasp, and I'll come right back. Okay, to do this next piece, we are going to use, I have a couple of little crimp beads, and that's what I had. I have this little variety pack, and the crimp beads were in there. I have a couple of wire guardians, and that's just to protect the wire because I'm going to be attaching it directly, I think directly. Let's see. Let's see if the wire guardian will go inside. Yep, wait. Yep, so we're going to attach the wire guardian or the wire, this component, directly to the chain. Then so this side, I already added my lobster clasp, and I did that using a jump ring. And then on this side, in that same little variety pack, I had some of these little rings that I attached with a jump ring. And so that's what's going to go on that side. Now I want this to be the front, so I'm going to do it like this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, the first side is always the easiest because you don't have to worry about whether you're going to be crimping on top of seed beads or not. So, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up my, my crimp bead. It's not a crimp tube, it's a crimp bead. Crimp beads is where I started using. I was a little intimidated by crimp tubes, and crimp tubes by far are my favorite. I love the crimp tubes. So I've gone away from crimp beads, but then when I was looking for the silver, I thought, I know I have silver crimp tubes. And I just found these first because then I was looking for those little closures. So I thought, well, I'll just use crimp beads. Because I'm glad that people showed me using both crimp beads and crimp tubes. So now when I look at this chain can come down into where my beading wire is. So I want to come in with the very top notch of my crimping pliers and just bring that together, because what I want is I don't want that chain roaming around where the wire is. And I got to make sure that my wires they're not crossing, and they're not. So now I'm going to go ahead and just separate that out a little bit. It keeps on kind of turning a little. But then now I'm with the back notch of my standard crimping pliers, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm in there. I'm not sure I'm completely in there, in that groove. I don't feel like I am. Let me just, check twice, crimp once. Now I'll go ahead and just give that a squeeze. And when I did that, it separated the two wires. One side, because it's like a moon shape, so one side went on one piece of the tubing, and then on the other side was the other wire strand. And then go ahead and give that another little squeeze, and then now you have that gorgeousness. Now I will typically go through another bead just because when you look at this, when a bead sits on top of there, it's going to be off-centered, but it won't go through another seed bead. It would go through if I had that, black, but I'm not going to probably get that through another seed bead. So I am going to have to come in and trim that right there. I can't find my regular cutters either, but these are good. Okay, go ahead and give that a trim. And there we have one side, okay? Now this is where the tricky side comes in, because you're going to be crimping up against your seed beads. So what I do is I like to form the necklace, because I don't want it to be tight to where it's so stiff it just goes straight across your chest. I like for it to have movement, but I also don't want it to have slack in between. I don't want to see wire in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick up my crimp bead, my wire guardian to protect that wire. It's great wire, but if you're going to sell this or give it away, you want to make sure that you have, you don't know what they're going to do with it, right? You know what you're going to do with the jewelry, but you don't know what the other person's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take that end and pass that through. Okay, bring that down a little bit. And since I can't go through that next bead, I'm going to be crimping it in an uncomfortable way. For me, I think most people do it the way I'm going to be doing it. But for me, it's, I don't know, it just feels uncomfortable. Okay, so now that's not, okay, and so I'm going to hold that tight. I'm going to come in and just close up that wire guardian. And for me, again, it's just so that that chain is not roaming around down in where my wire is exposed. Okay, so now I have it like this, right? And that's about the tension I want. So, but when I am going to go crimp it, I'm going to open it up so that it gives me a little bit of room. Okay, and I don't want to crimp on top of a seed bead. I've done it. Have you guys done that before? Okay, and give it the tug test. I haven't decided if this is going to be a gift or if it's going to be for me. Haven't decided that yet because I just came up with this just now. All right, so here we go. Oh, I had another little tag. There's different ways, there's different links. And so this one is a little bit smaller, a little bit of a tighter fit, but it's still a really, really good link. But now we have our necklace. And there we go. There is a quick little project for you to use. I am actually going to cut the video off here and record my other video. We're going to make a pair of earrings using these, and then probably maybe another bracelet or necklace or earrings, but I will make those separate so that it's not so long. And be sure to like, so give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment, I love to see what everybody has to say. Go check out Potomac Beads using the links in the description, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next project. And until next time, have a good one.